HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. 'Control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. hardest brush. HVRL Cup Kings. We the top of the track, chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup Dreams. We ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings. HVRL Cup Kings. Mama, HVRL Cup Kings. Yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup Dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track, chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup Dreams. We ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Distance like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Roads my canvas, speed's the artist. HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Rolls my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Rolls my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, HVRL Cup Kings, yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Rolls my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the...
Good evening and welcome to High Velocity Racing League here tonight on the High Velocity Racing Network for some Cup Series action live from Fontana, California, about an hour and a half east of the major metropolis Los Angeles, and the virtual best 2-mile track in the NASCAR circuit, Auto Club Speedway. For the Wise Power 200 here from Auto Club Speedway, week 17 here in the Cup Series and the finale of our round of 8. 100 laps tonight is the scheduled distance with 3 additional sets of tires, 1 fast repair, stages as the leader crosses the line for lap 30 and lap 60. 75-degree temp here tonight in Fontana, California. And a track temp of 78 degrees. Nice, cool track temps for the Cup Series here tonight. Let's go down on track and take a look at some of our fast drivers. Fastest so far is the 41 of Mercado. Who, after Sonoma, was able to put his lead over the bubble out over 30 points. Or actually just under 30 points. Yeah, just under 30 points. 29 above the cut line for Jose Mercado. Second fastest sitting on pit road right now is Ryzen Baker in the 77. He's the only driver to have already locked his place in to the Championship 4 with the win at Iowa. And right now, third fastest, we were looking at Sean Wilder when we first came to the broadcast. He's got a 39.371, but he sits below the cut line, that 29 points behind Jose Mercado. Take a look at the rest of our playoff drivers that are here tonight. Garrett Wiles in some trouble there right now, but he's got the 8th fastest time at a 39.456. He is all but secured his way into the Championship 4. He sits at 44.98, over 100 points ahead of 5th place Sean Wilder. Right behind him on fast lap speed is Christian McCrelly, who is also right behind him in the points. Christian sits at 44.51 in the 3rd spot in the Championship 4 as of now going in. And he sits 39 points ahead of Mercado. And 68 points ahead of Sean Wilder. Andrew McGarrigle is, I'm not sure if he's got the car in the garage or what's going on, but Andrew is right now in must-win territory, sitting with a 42.16. And then Hapik is at 43.13 after having to use a provisional last week, so he is 99 points behind the cut line. He'll probably need a win as well. And then Dayhoff, not making it here tonight, is below the cut line as well. So that will conclude the practice session. And we'll get right into qualifying. hop on with Jose Mercado. Actually, yeah, we'll hop on with Jose Mercado, who had the fastest lap in practice for his first laps tonight in the hot lap. We'll see what Jose can do. He was not the first person to take the green flag in qualifying. That was Danny Gross, who's just ahead of him on track. Thing to watch will be the bumps on the backstretch. And our first laps will be on the board here. So right now, the graphic not working, but Mercado at the top of the pole with a 39.51. Lap 2 for Mercado is not going to be faster than his first lap. Wilder jumping up to second, but Ryzen Baker now at the top of the post with a 39.34. Baker seemed pretty confident about his chances here tonight when we talked with him last week. And hitting the wall on lap 2, probably not a big deal. I think he's got fastest in the bag. Maybe not. We'll see. Christian McCrelly coming around for lap number 2. Right now sitting with a 39.66. Lap number 2 is a little bit faster. 39.57 there for McCrelly. Weiniger right behind him with a 39.62. And out comes Hapek to start his hot lap. Lap number 1, he's going high. So this will be a momentum and tire temp lap for sure. You see the car just bouncing through those bumps on the back stretch. So he's going lap 2 hot lap for sure. First lap puts him in 9th. He's going high again. So he's feeling pretty confident about the high line. And lap number 2. Is about 0.2 slower. So he'll be sitting in 9th when we start the race here in just a minute. So we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be right back with the start of tonight's race, the Wise Power 200.
HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup King, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams, we ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Rolls my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams. We ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings. HVRL Cup Kings. HVRL Cup Kings. Yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams. We ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's a drug, I'm addicted to the rush. Rolls my canvas, speeds the artist's brush. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams. We ain't slowing down. HVRL Cup Kings. HVRL Cup Kings. HVRL Cup Kings. Yeah, we ain't slowing down. Son, HVRL Cup dreams never stop until it's won. Corners cut precise like a chef with the blade. Every lap a legacy, the history we made. Tires screaming, engines humming, that's the anthem. Rivals in my rear view, yeah, I outran them. Tracks a battlefield, asphalt's my domain. Best of the best, y'all just playing in the rain. HVRL Cup Kings, we the top of the track. Chasing every flag, no way we looking back. Best of the best, yeah, we taking the crown. HVRL Cup dreams. We ain't slowing down. Apex predator, carving lines through the air. Victory in my veins, competition beware. Fast as a rumor, slick as a thief. Every curve I conquer's a moment of belief. Gasoline ambition, turbocharged soul. Pistons like a heartbeat, never lose control. Adrenaline's
All right. Here we are. We are back with our pole sitter here tonight, Ryzen Baker in the 77. You seemed pretty confident when we had our conversation last week about this track, and you put it on the pole here tonight. How you feeling after the pole time?
I'm a little less confident. I didn't realize. I mean, if we've ever seen a right front cheese grater, this is gonna be it. I did not realize it was gonna be this bad on the right front.
Yeah, the abrasive surface and how tight these cars are, it's definitely going to be a tire saving for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? What do you think about your chance? I know you've been working on tire saving pretty much a lot throughout the season. How important is the tire saving going to be for you tonight?
I think it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be interesting. We're just a little bit short on fuel too, so Garrett might be able to pull some magic with that, especially in the draft. We're about 7 laps short of our stage from lap 30, so I think tire saving is going to be important for definitely the last stage. But depending on how much we can fuel save, I'd say fuel is more important in this early part of the race.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, folks. That's the mindset for the drivers. Ryzen, congrats on the pole here tonight, and we will hopefully talk to you a little bit later.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
That is Ryzen Baker. He is on the pole for the Wise Power 200 here from Auto Club Speedway. Sean Wilder will be joining him on that front row in the number 99. Both those drivers playoff drivers. Row number 2 has another playoff driver, another pair of playoff drivers actually, in Jose Mercado and Christian McCrelly. Jose in the 41, McCrelly in the 22. Starting in 5th place tonight is Chris Weiniger in the number 53. And joining him there will be Danny Gross in the 39. A couple of admins for High Velocity Racing League. Row number 4 has C.D. Mangrum in the number 9 car coming in to play spoiler, hopefully for his sake. And alongside of him is Ryan Stevenson in the number 5. Sean Happick in the 52 will start in the 9th position here tonight, with Chris Polhamus rounding out the top 10 of the starting drivers. Starting in 11th, we have Keith Vaughn in the 23, with Garrett Wiles in the number 91, trying to secure that 2nd place and lock himself into the championship 4 with a good result here tonight. Andrew McGarrigle, we talked about it earlier. He is pretty much in win-only mode. He's going to have to get the victory here tonight. He'll be starting in the 13th place, with Jace Keller starting in 14th tonight. And then rounding out your field for the Wise Power 200, it will be Shane Johnson in the number 2 car, as the drivers start to roll away and out onto the racetrack. .100 laps the distance here tonight. You heard what Ryzen said. The right front is gonna be a problem. This track does get pretty crazy. Exit of 2 and exit of 4 are going to be very, very tough. Very easy to get tight out into the outside wall, especially with the aero of these cars. So watch for people to be smoking the exits of turn 2 and turn 4 quite hard. And you never know, wheel damage could really cost some people as well. Into the restart zone we go. Ryzen Baker leads him in there, and the green flag flies for the first of the 100 laps for the Wise Power 200. You'll see the differing lines that people take. This track, one of the widest on the circuit. And so far, Baker doing a good job of holding off Mercado with that draft. Wilder sits in 3rd. And you'll see a couple drivers peel off down pit road to serve penalties. That's going to be McGarrigle and Keller. Gross using the outside lane to try to make it work. Nose to tail with Weiniger. The first few drivers dropping down. Try to hold that draft. But right now, Gross still sitting side by side with McCrelly. And then to the outside of McCrelly goes Stevenson. And there goes some of those people smoking the wall. We talked about that. I'm not sure who it was that hit, but somebody hit pretty hard, it looks like. That time by, fastest lap of the race for Danny Gross. A lot of people saving fuel for sure. Taking a look at the battle for second as Mercado holds on to it for now. thought I saw somebody falling back fast, but it was not what I thought. CD is side by side with Happy, but he will let Happy go. And here comes Danny Gross around the high side. He's trying to get out there and lead some laps. He goes for the crossover down to the inside on Mercado. And now he looks to the inside on the race leader. Baker will have a much better line on exit here. And he'll clear, getting down to the inside lane. And Danny going to come up in front of Mercado. And Mercado with the crossover down the backstretch as Baker gets down to block that run. And there goes Danny Gross out to the race lead. Side draft from Baker. But Danny Gross going to lead the lap there. Great job from Danny. Wilder diving it down deep to the inside. That'll give Mercado a better run. Loose there for Stevenson. He's going to lose some time. And a handful of spots as well as he falls back to 10th. Mercado looks like he might have gotten loose that time as he's going to start to fall back. He falls all the way back to the 9th spot, and that'll put Wilder up into 3rd. Crossover from McCrelly, as he and Paul Hamus going to be duking it out in turn 3 and 4, and they are tight to each other as well. As are Wilder and Baker. Baker with a side draft on Wilder. And Shane Johnson's coming around the outside as well. 3 wide down to 2 wide. The crossover from Wilder. Shane Johnson going to dive to the inside on Baker. And now he'll lose some time as he got tight, had to bail out on the throttle. That'll get Wilder and Baker clear. Wilder gets to the outside quarter panel on Baker. Baker shuts the door. And now offset 3 goes down to 2 wide as McCrelly trying to get by Johnson. He will make the pass. McCrelly secures 4th position, and now Johnson into the wall there. Wilder trying to make a run happen on the high side. Baker arrow blocking. And now Johnson gets to the outside on Wilder. This is feeling like a pack-style race. Much like the 2-mile tracks usually do with this car. McCrelly and Wilder, and that offset 3 with Johnson. Johnson gets to the quarter panel on Baker. Ooh, Johnson into the outside wall. He gets off it. Now a hard charge around the high side there for Johnson. Should get him out to 2nd free and clear. But now McCrelly looking to try to be the leader of the championship drivers. I say the championship drivers, talking about the drivers still in the run for the playoffs. And halfway through stage 1, McCrelly does get by Baker for that 3rd position. Danny Gross loving what he's seeing behind him in the mirror. His gap around 1.5 seconds. And Vaughn going to get into Polhamus a little bit, it looked like. And that'll move the 33 up the track a little bit. As Vaughn gets up to 5th. Hard battle in there for 2nd is McCrelly and Johnson. McCrelly running the lower line. Johnson continuing on that high side. I think Johnson was getting tight there as McCrelly is clear for 2nd now. 22 moving up through the field. Oh, and Wilder's coming down pit road here. So he's coming early. And Mercado starting to charge back up through the field as he gets side by side with Polhamus. And it looks like Stevenson coming down pit road this time by, as well as Mangrum. Those two coming down pit road now. They're about halfway down. And Danny's lead to McCrelly is still hovering between 1.4 and 1.5. I know Danny is very good at this style of track. He did well in the truck series at tracks like this in past seasons. When Ryzen hits the wall pretty hard there. So a handful of drivers having to pit here. McGarrigle's going to come this time. Never mind. That was a blink. Here comes McCrelly, though. As well as Shane Johnson. With 8 to go. We heard Ryzen say it's about 7 laps that they were short for the stage. Gotta wonder if they've been able to, anybody's been able to save that much fuel. Mercado and it looks like Weiniger coming this time by. Here comes the race leader this time. He'll relinquish the race lead to Ryzen Baker, the pole sitter, as he gets back out to the lead. That was Gross, Von Happick, and McGarrigle pitting this time. And it looks like Ryzen's coming this time. That'll leave it to Polhamus. And he's got the first car 1 lap down, and Sean Weiler to his outside. 5 to go. Looks like Polhamus is coming this time. So now, can Danny catch up to and pass Polhamus with 4 to go coming around this time. And it looks like he is cleared as he gets out to the race lead once again, just as Polhamus was coming out of pit road. So Danny Gross back out to the race lead. He's got Jose Mercado and Christian McCrelly trying to chase him down in second and third. And then Sean Wilder a little ways back, sitting fourth. The battle for second is not over, though. Mercado holds the second place as they come back around. Now 3 to go. Mercado continuing to run a high line now. Mercado and McCrelly starting to gain on Gross. 2 to go in the stage. Mercado's within a second now. And Mercado's running a high line still that is looking to build that momentum down the back straightaway and front straightaway. One more time around here for Danny Gross, who leads it. And the lead now inside a half a second. And Mercado continuing to run that high side. Looks like he got a little tight up to the outside wall. He's going to lose time. And now McCrelly looking to get the pass for second. As McCrelly looks to the inside. Christian going to take over second place. As he'll clear Mercado. Mercado going to go for the crossover before they get to the line. McCrelly into the wall. Mercado gets in front. And the stage goes to Danny Gross. So stage one goes to Danny Gross, who got out to the front early on and never looked back, only losing the lead when he had to pit. And we will grab our Stage 1 winner, Danny Gross. Danny, you got out to the front, never looked back. I know this is a style of track you like. How you feeling after the stage?
I feel good. I feel good. Well, besides that pit stop there, kind of came in a little too hot. The tires skid. So, looking forward to stage 2. Starting back here, seeing how the dirty air works compared to that clean air.
Yeah, I mean, you like I said, you got out there pretty quick. It looked like you were utilizing a different line from the race leaders. Talk me through how important that high line's been for you to start.
The high line in 1 and 2 is amazing. And then in 3 and 4, I tried to go for that mid lane compared to the high lane, and the car sticks.
All right, well, Danny, good luck here in stage 2 and beyond. We'll hopefully talk to you there at the end.
Thank you, guys.
That is Danny Gross, one of the league admins, and a good stage 1 victory there for him. Some strategy played out here at the front of the field, though, as Sean Wilder and Chris Weiniger are going to get out to the front row. Sean got himself a lap lead. It looked like no tires there on the 99. If he did, it was only right sides. I didn't notice that he took tires, though. All right. Stage 2 is here. Into the restart zone. And Wilder rips away on the inside lane. A good restart there for the front row. Wilder taking a high line. And McCrelly instantly getting out there on the inside lane. And into the race lead. There goes Keith Vaughn diving deep on the inside. As Mangrum going to go ahead and try to get by Vaughn. Oh, tight from Vaughn. Had to bail out of the throttle to avoid getting contact with anybody. Ricardo running the high line. Wobble there from, I believe that's Weiniger. Not sure exactly what happened to him, but he fell back. Tight quarters there for McGarrigle and Happick. They're 3 wide with Wilder. Happick bails out of it. And Wilder had to give some room there to Mangrum to get him not get him collected in anything. And now Mangrum and McGarrigle are door to door as they came off of turn 2. And And up front, Mercado looking to make a run for the race lead. As McCrelly hits the wall out of turn 4. That should give Mercado enough momentum down the front straightaway. He will lead the lap. And a lot of stuff going on in the 3 through 10 category. And as there goes McGarrigle looking to the inside, side drafting. And it looks like he'll be clear for third. Mangrum comes up in front of Keller. Mangrum following the nose of the draft down the straightaway. Won't be able to get back in front of McGarrigle there. And he'll have to settle for that fourth spot, excuse me. As Keller was ready to try to make a move for that 4th position as well. McCrelly and Mercado continuing to battle it out for the race lead as Mercado has the high lane. McCrelly looking to run about a half a lane off the bottom. And Mercado should have enough momentum out of turn 4 to clear and get back out to the race lead fully. The downside of the long straightaways here at Auto Club Speedway. It's real easy for somebody to draft back up to the back bumper and make a move down those straightaways. Which McGarrigle is starting to gap up to McCrelly as well. There goes McGarrigle around the inside, trying to make it happen. He'll be door-to-door with Mercado as the side draft goes into effect. And McGarrigle going to close the door on Mercado, the crossover. Mercado trying to get back up higher as McGarrigle kept him shoved down to the bottom. And now down the backstretch, McGarrigle is clear for the race lead. Mercado going to try to challenge back down here in turns 3 and 4, I would imagine. It doesn't actually look like it. He does not dive deep on the inside. So it looks like Andrew McGarrigle going to be secure in the race lead here for a moment. As we tick the halfway point of stage 2. Good battle still brewing there. Another one going on here for the edge of the top 5 as Mangrum and Polhemus side by side. They're going to be door-to-door down the front straightaway. Looks like at the line, maybe Polhemus had the edge. Ooh, looks like some smoke off of Mercado as he got the wall out of turn 2. McCrelly looking to strike. And now right behind these trio at the front, Polhemus pulling up on Jace Keller for 4th. And then some other battles farther back through the field. Let's go back here. Keith Vaughn going to be side by side with Hapik for 9th. And right in front of these guys, we see our Stage 1 winner in Danny Gross, who's a little bit farther back than he was last time. And Wilder coming down pit road this time, again with the undercut coming early. And Mercado gets a good run on McGarrigle now. Mangrum and Johnson pitting that time. And a black flag for Wilder as well, so I'm a guess speeding on pit road. Mangrum will get out in front of the leader here, but by the time he gets up to speed, yeah, no, he's going down a lap. And that'll be 2 down there for Wilder now. Oh, Mangrum getting big time loose on the apron coming off of pit road. Polhemus sits in that 5th spot, trying to get to the back bumper of Keller and try to make that pass happen for 4th. Closes up right on the outside, or to the inside there of Keller. And Polhemus makes the pass happen and sits in 4th now. Keller going to look to get it back, though, down the backstretch. Oh, tags him. And he'll fall back as Mercado beating and banging with McGarrigle, and now Mercado getting loose. Action all over the track. Happy coming down this time. And then back here in the thick of things, right behind Keller. We got Ryan Stevenson and Danny Gross as Danny looks to the inside. And looks like Danny coming down this time. And McCrelly coming to pit road this time, as well as Keller, Stevenson, and Vaughn. That'll move a lot of people up in front of those guys. Here comes Andrew and Jose. That will leave the race lead to Polhamus with 4 to go. Wiles coming down pit road this time as well, so that'll move Polhamus and Weiniger and Baker into the top 3. I think Baker and Weiniger on saving strategies, because they are quite a ways back here from Polhamus. And it looks like Polhamus is coming down this time. That will relinquish the lead to Weiniger, who is staying out here with coming to 3 to go. So he'll take over the race lead. And Baker will be sitting in second. And it doesn't appear like Weiniger is going to be able to make it either. He's coming down pit road this time. And Baker stays out, so 2 to go. Pit road will be closed. As Ryzen Baker continuing to save fuel. And McCrelly will come around and take over second. Long way to go there for McCrelly to catch up. Baker will take the white flag in the stage. So one more trip around here for Ryzen Baker, whose fuel saves his way to a stage win potentially. off turn 4. Stage number 2 going to go to Ryzen Baker. Don't push him. It looks like Baker may have run out of fuel. Trouble there for Danny Gross. And Ryzen had to tow. We'll grab our stage 2 winner, Ryzen Baker. I'm guessing you ran out of fuel on the way back around.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So you're going to be sitting there for a little bit, but take me through your stage 2.
Fuel saving, kind of boring. It's just kind of tire saving. Hoping Garrett didn't have enough. He didn't, so I was fine. Was hoping the caution was going to come out sooner, but it came out, again, just a tad bit too late, and that made me have to go all the way back around. And then, yeah, I ran out of fuel, and then as I was on the apron trying to, just save fuel, I hit the cone, which gave me excessive speeding and speeding in pits. So I'm going to have to take this tow, catch up to the end of the line, and then probably serve a 40-second penalty. So.
Oh. I did not
Yeah.
know that, but well.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got a stage win, and you're already locked into the championship 4, so there is that.
That is the good thing we can ask for. So, yep.
All right, well, we'll let you get back down there with your teammate. Hopefully we can get that all worked out for you and doesn't cost you too much, but good luck the rest of the way.
I appreciate you.
Rest of the field lined up double file. McCrelly and McGarrigle, the front row here. And into the restart zone, McCrelly has control. He will rip away on the inside. McGarrigle and Mercado side by side as McCrelly rips out to the lead. Oh, and McGarrigle getting moved out of the way by Mercado. He'll come back up in front and close the door. Oh, and around goes Vaughn. Off the nose, it looked like of Mercado. It's our first caution for cause here tonight. Looked like a meeting in the middle there between the 23 and the 41. Looks like just a spin through the grass there for Vaughn. Yeah, just a little bit of both of them moving to take up some space. Vaughn in that high lane. Maybe Mercado looking to try to side draft at the same moment that the 23 comes down to try to keep that draft going, and then bang, around goes Vaughn. Keeps it all on four wheels, and like I said, just a little spin through the grass for the 23. A lot of the field coming down pit road. The only couple drivers deciding to stay out, and one of them is Baker. Your top five staying out. McCrelly, Mercado, Danny Gross, Chris Weiniger, and Keith Vaughn. It looks like the nose of the 41 is okay based on that cam there. A little bit of maybe scuff damage there on that right front, but overall it doesn't look like it's in too bad a shape. Yeah, this is the first caution for Cause here tonight. Took us 66 laps to get that down. It looked like Garrett may have gotten loose coming back up to the field, and he has towed to the pits. Green flag flies. And McCrelly comes up in front of Mercado. And McGarrigle was offset 3, but now down to just single file. And Weiniger looking to the inside on Mercado. As Mercado clears for second. Danny closing the door on Keller. Mostly single file here, as there goes a move to the inside. Around the lapped car of Baker. McCrelly has to get out of it, and that's going to give Mercado a chance. As there goes Baker to the inside. Here comes a charging move from McGarrigle. Getting some help from his teammate. And out to the race lead goes McGarrigle. Beating and banging there with Mercado is Baker. Something happened to CD as well. As he is out of the race. And now Danny 3 wide there. And Mercado and McCrelly going to get involved in that. And Danny into Mercado. And McCrelly getting big-time damage out of that. He's going to have to get down pit road and use a fast repair. Mercado's got some pretty serious damage as well, but it looks like he's going to be able to keep moving. Nope, he's coming down pit road, actually. Okay. And with that, Andrew McGarrigle now running away from everybody behind him. Wilder gets up to second in front of Weiniger. Back here for 8th. Stevenson and Johnson battling it out. Sorry, for 7th. And in front of that, Hapik and Polhamus battling for 5th. Oh, and Keller gets loose off of pit road. McGarrigle leads here with 20 to go. A 3-driver battle there for 5th. Between Hapik, Polhamus, and Stevenson. Out front, McGarrigle continuing to lead, has the teammate right behind him. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the packet loss thing there, Garrett. You haven't had any issues with it at all either. That's the weird thing. These three are the ones to watch right now. They could, if they can get linked up, really make a drive on trying to catch up to McGarrigle. Never mind, Wilder and Weininger coming down pit road here. As here comes Happy as well. McGarrigle and Baker still continuing to go out in the front. And Keith Vaughn sits in second. That is weird. And it looks like Vaughn's coming down pit road this time, as is Polhamus. See what Danny decides to do. Looks like Danny's staying out, so he'll move up to second. And Danny Gross came to pit road this time. So depending on what McGarrigle does here. Everybody except for McGarrigle, it will be a lap down now. Literally no pressure coming from behind. And coming to 9 to go, McGarrigle's continuing to stay out. And this time by, here comes McGarrigle. Good smooth entry into the pit. Right side's up. 2-tire stop for McGarrigle. Smooth off a pit road. Hard charging down the front straightaway comes Keith Vaughn. And McGarrigle gets out in front. Wilder looks to the inside on Stevenson for that third spot. This time by 5 to go here for McGarrigle. And the laps keep ticking down. This time by 3 to go. And there goes Weiniger up to 4th. He's looking to the inside on Stevenson. He'll make that pass happen. Looks like Polhamus might be able to have a shot at the last spot inside the top 5. The white flag shows for Andrew McGarrigle. Two miles between himself and a shot at a championship here in Season 2 for the Cup Series. And off of turn 4 for the final time. He needed the win to lock himself in. He gets it as Andrew McGarrigle wins at Auto Club. right. Let's take a look at the race results. For the Wise Power 200, Andrew McGarrigle comes away the winner. Keith Vaughn ends up in second. Sean Wilder, trying to chase him down, ends up in third, with Chris Weiniger in fourth and Chris Polhamus rounding out the top five. Ryan Stevenson takes it home in sixth tonight, with Shane Johnson in seventh. Hapik in eighth. Danny Gross in ninth, and then Jose Mercado rounding out the top 10. Christian McCrelly finishes 11th, with Ryzen Baker in 12th after the craziness that was the end of stage 2 and so on and so forth. Then Jace Keller in 13th, CD Mangrum 14th, and Garrett Wiles rounding out the field here tonight in 15th position. And we will start the conversation here with our third place finisher, and that is Sean Wilder in the number 99. Sean, third place finish here tonight. How you feeling after third?
I mean, I think I kind of needed to win that, or at least win both stages, and then have Mercado, kind of mess up, and I'm not sure what happened to him, but he got in some trouble, and they kind of helped me out. And now I'm looking back at last week, and I kind of crapped the bed on that one. Late in the race, I had a P2. That would have been another 12 points. But anyways, it was a fun race. I sped on pit road. That definitely hurt me. I was definitely on an off strategy trying to save tires, all my tires towards the end. And it kind of helped me out. And I felt like I almost got up to Keith there, but not quite to him. But fun race overall.
Yeah, we looked at the strategy as you and Chris Weiniger ended up, I think, both taking no tires or 2 tires. Couldn't tell exactly what you guys did and got yourselves out front. How important was that strategy call there at the end of stage 1 going into stage 2?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was surprised at how well we were able to actually hang in there. I just I struggle on these tracks with the air, and I know Ryzen was doing a very good job when he was out there in front of me of making sure that I didn't get by him. And he's very good at it. You could tell that he's, I just can't get around that dirty air sometimes, and it's tough. And it's one of the things I got to learn in this car. And you got to keep a nose down. I know that, but I wasn't able to maintain the momentum, and he was able to kill my runs when I had runs. And yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was fine though. I came up close. I think I'm probably going to be a little bit short making it to the final 4, but great season anyways, and I'll run out the rest of the season and see if I can play spoiler maybe.
Hey, spoiler's just as fun to play as anything. So, speaking of the Championship 4, we go to Darlington for Throwback Week next week. How you feeling about your chances at Darlington?
Yeah, that's one of the tracks that I really like to race. It's a difficult one, and I did pretty good last season when we had our Cup season last year, or whenever we had it. I did okay there. I think I finished 3rd or 4th or something, which was above my curve where I was the rest of the time. So I feel pretty confident about that one. And then what's after that? Those
Bristol.
3 good ones.
Bristol and Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Bristol's one I'm not gonna do good. I already know. It's just kind of I don't know. I just have a problem with Bristol. I never am able to figure it out. And then Vegas. I mean, it's a cool track. I don't think I've ever run it in these cars, or maybe I haven't. I just don't remember. But that should be interesting. But yeah, it was a fun night of racing. I wish I didn't get that speeding penalty. I don't think it hurt me too much. I was able to get the wave around and then get my lap back. So things kind of worked out for me there, and I was able to get back on the lead lap, and just didn't have the pace there at the end to catch those guys. Even with fresh tires, I was struggling to. I was getting them a couple tenths, but I needed more than that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Wilder, anybody you'd like to shout out before we let you go tonight?
of course, yourself and all the other admins that help out with the league, and Shane Williams for this wonderful paint job he put on my car. And that's about it. And all the drivers, that are still showing up, it definitely helps to have some cars in the field like we did tonight. I mean, we don't have a ton, but definitely better um, for racing and for a broadcast and just overall enjoyment of the league. If when the drivers show up, I know it's late in the season and some people are out of it, so all the drivers that show up.
Hey, you know what? It's better than we had in the Gen 6 for Season 1, and it is also better than how we had it for the Cup Season 1, so we'll take it. So,
Yeah.
All right, Sean,
Yeah.
we'll let you go. Congrats on the third place here tonight, and who knows, maybe the points turn out in your favor. We'll have to wait and see.
All right, thanks, brother. We'll see you.
Sean Wilder, driver of the number 99 car. Looks like our second place finisher is not in the broadcast waiting room. And so we will go ahead and grab our race winner. And I know you were going live for the guys in there in the waiting room, but I'm assuming you're pretty excited about this, Andrew. You get yourself a race win here in Auto Club, and when you needed it most, you got yourself locked into the Championship 4. How you feeling about the race win tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I feel phenomenal, honestly. Honestly, still kind of speechless. I don't really know what to say. Didn't think in a million years that was going to happen there. Especially with the tire fall off and everything. That was the last thing I was expecting, was to run away like I did there.
Yeah, I mean, it really came down to some mistakes that happened from the drivers behind you, other championship contenders getting involved in some, we'll call it calamity, with McCrelly and Mercado getting involved in an incident there. And then I was watching it, and just the times that you were running, it seemed like you had enough pace. Your teammate was right there behind you the whole way, with Ryzen having some issues a little bit earlier as well, running out of fuel at the end of stage 2. But how important was it to have your teammate there to help you out?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome having him right by me. We were obviously talking a lot about strategy through the last portion of that stage. We were talking about fuel, of course, just trying to save. He told me, take 2 here with, what was it, 7, 8 to go, which was awesome. Funny enough, he was able to rear grief me a little bit to try to get some rotation out of the car, saving those right side tires, which was awesome. But yeah, I mean, I can't thank him enough. It was awesome.
Yeah, and now both of you locked into the Championship 4 with wins in the round of 8, so you'll both race for a championship here in Season 2. How excited are you about the chance for that championship here in the second season of HVRL?
Yeah, I'm stoked. Honestly, I think it's gonna be pretty difficult, of course, with us 4. I think me and Ryzen have a great shot at it. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter to me who wins it, as long as it's me or him. It's all that matters.
Well, starting off the round, we do have 3 races in it: Darlington, Bristol, and Vegas. But Darlington with the throwback week next week. How you feeling about Darlington?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm feeling terrible for Darlington. That's gonna be a rough one. I'm definitely have to get some practice in. But I'm super excited for the schemes that I've planned. I don't want to say too much, but I think it's gonna be super awesome. I can't wait to see what everybody else brings.
We always are excited to see the throwbacks that go on the cars here for the throwback week. And then, of course, you got Bristol and Vegas. Either one of those feeling up your alley?
Yeah, I'm super excited for Vegas. I haven't done much of Bristol, so I think that's also just going to be something where I'm going to have to get a lot of testing in. But this week, especially running Vegas, I've had a ton of success. I gained like 2 full points of safety rating, gained a ton of iRating this week. Put me over 3K actually for the first time, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm super excited going into Vegas.
All right. Well, anybody you'd like to shout out, Andrew, before we let you go here for the evening?
Yeah, I mean, again, Ryzen, thank you very much. You were definitely a key part in that. And other than that, yeah.
All right. Well, congrats on your win here, locking yourself into the Championship 4, Andrew, and we'll catch you next week at Darlington.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And that will conclude our coverage here from Auto Club, as Andrew McGarrigle, the driver sitting 8th in the points, gets himself a race win and puts himself into the championship 4 along with his teammate. There are 2 other drivers who will make it in on points. We will not know about who those are until a little bit later on, but we'll see who joins these 2 drivers from S2 Motorsports in the championship 4. Still have a little bit of racing to go here in this week, and it starts with ARCA tomorrow night as they go ahead and take on Homestead for round 16 of the ARCA Championship. And then coming back here on Wednesday night, the Xfinity cars will tackle Auto Club. They'll come back here to Fontana, California, to try to take on this the superior 2-mile course here on the circuit. And we'll see who can lock their way into the championship 4 in that race there. But for everybody here at High Velocity Racing League, we appreciate you guys all for coming out. Congratulations to Andrew McGarrigle once again on the race win here tonight. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow night for the ARCA race.